Minion? I just woke up from a nap. That was supposed to nap, but I just fell asleep. I hope everyone's doing well on this Friday. I got a rat. I'm going to run the ants to kill the beetles. Then we get to slay the princes again. I've been excited to see where this story goes. Thank you for hit that souls. How are you doing today? I need to calibrate again. I'm looking all sad. That's better. Now, if I remember last time, we had quite the experience. And we learned that this story is much more than I anticipated. I knew about the leap, but I did not know about everything that came from it. What do you mean you don't have to commit crimes on her yet? What do you imply? Halfway done with the ants? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope you survived through it. And of course, Foxy arrives for the workout time, but hey, it's the middle of the, And so? Here I go. My legs seem really to enjoy hosting a workout. Now chat, I've been very busy today. Considering as no one has done that before. Would you kindly press the emote button on your chat window before we begin? Here we go. Foxy found it. And I added onto emotes. It's got quite a work, but hey, there they are. And depending on things, you get different things. So anyone who follows can use my tracking's on again. I did go bonking me. Okay, look. People who follow me get 5 free emotes. Yeah. Those who subscribe get 10 emotes and 10 animated emotes. And honestly, going for second and third tier are not really worth it because it just gives you 1 extra emote per tier. Giving bits dependence on certain milestones. You get new emotes. I think Souls has like 3 to how much he's given to me. So enjoy your brain, please wake up. Your unique emotes that probably no one else gets to use. There we go. And you just... It's not cooperating. I'm trying to calibrate, but it messes up my eyebrows. Anyway, let's get to the game. I won't delay us any further. Hold up a moment. Oh, it was blank for some reason for me. I finally get the content warning thingy. Whatever it means, I haven't looked. If you need information, there's the link. And this is a love story. Quite the unique one. Here we are again. And I believe last time they tried to leave and there wasn't any world out there. So we went and killed ourselves. This is the true fact while Foxy's here, just to see the dummy mommy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Indeed.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
There we go. But I already killed the princess.
I can assure you that you didn't. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time.
Voice of the
We'll
cold.
just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
I proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Right with the
Before you go
dates.
any further.
Randa didn't speak anything initially.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything
she will
in
lie
her...
to us.
She won't be a problem.
Ooh, that's cold.
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft... The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Right. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
the mirror disappeared before the door
The
opened.
door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air.
Well,
The
this
very
place
building
feels
itself feels dead.
dead.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Is she still dead?
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
And
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
you didn't believe us, narrator? She's dead.
Okay. She's definitely dead.
Foxy, don't remember we stabbed her last time?
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Okay, that is fucking creepy.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
You said ghost.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
A ghost? Spooky.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Wow. As I like the fact that she's drawn like the Day of the Dead style.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Oh?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Foxy, this must be the first time you want a haunting?
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Ah, so your requirement is that if the ghost is hot, then it is fine. I could wait and see how things play out, but I need to stay true to my playthrough.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Oh, I kinda expected that.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Foxy, are you still agreeing with your opinion?
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
You tell me? It's right, the bitch is harder! Well, I'm curious about all these choices. I need to kill her harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment.
Fair enough, Foxy. You got a scary face, doesn't you?
She draws in close.
What you gonna do?
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here together.
Well, too bad.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
Go on. Do some violence to me. Go.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Kalima?
Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
She has a surprise, I'm sure.
You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Leaving so soon.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Oh?
A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Yes?
I'm done
Kalima!
asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Fair enough.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess!
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In
So,
her hand, you realize she clutches
worst
your
fates
still
to suffer
beating
than broken
heart.
heart.
It thumps unsettlingly.
Foxy's too into this.
Did we get her?
Did someone bonk Foxy?
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Joke's on you. I respawn. The ray?
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her. Again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Why should they cheat it?
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
It is. Did you notice?
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
You don't remember, but
think
I know
that's
the truth.
exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
We'll get to that, Foxy.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
Indeed.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Another proof that the narrator is lying.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
You
Of
know,
course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes. And then she killed us. even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real, and the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Well, that's your own fault. And also, narrator, shouldn't that note be saved?
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Then choice? As much as I like to do choices, I need to stay true
You
to my
continue down
character.
the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and
The
dark,
mirror.
a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
You can see it?
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Well, I can't kill her now.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I mean, good point, Souls.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
I can't accept the cheated.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. What are the odds she's waiting for us right now? Just out of sight, on the other side of that glass. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again?
She can't
I
see
know
the
exactly
mirror
how you
either.
feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts.
Well, enjoy, Foxy.
Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them.
Foxy? I don't think so. I have no memory of that, though we did have a happy ending of holding hands.
You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess, Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice,
real
her
how it
grin
look
carved
like.
jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Hi!
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
There?
I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Yep.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
Just do your worst.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Enjoy.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say
I'll
we
try-
let her do it. It's something different.
Agreed.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Cutting.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
It's so easy to make you squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long
Oh,
hallway as
boy.
the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
You're right, Foxy. The goddess version of her did call us her bird. A pet. So that's interesting. Even in
Torso
death,
stretches until her face is practically
even as a
touching yours,
skeleton,
her neck
she has
tapping
Duba.
audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
well, that's nice to know you,
And whose
narrator.
fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
I tried my
Are you
best.
seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake.
Dramatic?
Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
Huh?
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
Ooh! I like the idea, Judith.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Oh, great, we're a masochist. Throw your body into the abyss.
in a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss. Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body, one foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
We call it a draw.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Let me check the achievement. When taken against your will, deal with the enemy the only way you can.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours.
Fair enough.
An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
Get happy?
What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
And so? Just
He's
me.
gone. But
Eminent velocity ceases, and if you feel something, a mass and mouth turn out at you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
She is happening to you. But don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
You're right, Code. The Fox Eater clearly isn't a happy ending here. Not yet. Gaze into reflection. Signs as you reach forward, trick on once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. The decay. You returned. You find yourself in the long flight once again. Proceed to the cabin. And there she is.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How do you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
Foxy? Interesting to point such a detail.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Doesn't this that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No? No, not really. It just seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here,
Well, now there's a big
and
one
the
with her.
more we journey,
So,
the
sorry, they
smaller
handed her
each of those
feet.
steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Something about this meeting feels... That's how to describe. They know what happens to the world they leave behind.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Hero and the priests bring Wraith to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, what are we doing with the game now? Maybe I'm going between leaving and abandoning her. Chat? Opinions? Which would you like to see next? Alright? Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore
Fair.
that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I wonder if this
That's
changes
strange.
depending on when we
It
leave.
looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Not if you walk away again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah, that's always what happens. You're not emotionally blackmailing the disc.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
No. Well, I guess I have to start walking a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to keep trekking to the wilderness until I find a way
There's always a
out of this place.
Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Are we being haunted by the cabin?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you
I think
need
we're
to
breaking
be.
to reality.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Boxy, good things about your, Princess Han.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Kinda looks like it. Those wolves mentioned last time. You can't just force me into the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to... I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
No. I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just gonna stay here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Huh. Well, the cabin, just slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning. Before you go in, she will lie.
Yeah?
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Isn't that she spoke to us?
The cabin interior
Makes me
is
wonder.
wrong.
It's the
A
very
confusing
first playthrough
patchwork
you
of
just
many
left.
cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its
Ooh,
legs
that is
all the
trippy.
wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table, the blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending... No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect, and no, I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Narrator, you have no idea what you're dealing with.
That, but when everything here is so wrong, listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Huh?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just
No?
ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens to
What you're
Princess.
seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
But first, the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the... But there was a mirror a second, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I'll get there eventually. And there's a basement.
The door to the basement
Oh,
creaks open,
boy.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your
I
head
think you made a
throbbing with
big
the effort
mistake.
of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
What a snarky way to say
Her
it.
voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
What's the worst that could
I don't
happen?
want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we?
Yeah.
He threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Fair point, Kadrayan. Ah. Take the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
Very meta.
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish,
Oh, wow.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Hello?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was the trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Something's
The
off
princess,
here.
eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
I'm not here to slay
And
princess.
why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our
Yeah.
bearings. She seems... normal.
Ah. Some sort, I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
No?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so... blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
I broke her
You
dad.
said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened?
I'm sorry, Foxy.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going
But
to
at
waste any more
least you
time
now have
crying
two
out details
princesses.
if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled
Yeah,
their
just
way into your head,
unfuck you.
unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Unfuck the situation.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like the idea. What the heck? I'm getting out of here. Trying to see her. I don't know if you can but I can trust you. I can't trust anything here. Retrieve the blade.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish alone.
Narrator, are you just confused?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
And
falls
he fades
apart.
away.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Ah, conjoined princess!
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Don't worry. She will arrive soon.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. There she is. But everything is possible. Nothing is. You'll never know if she hears the reply. She's gone. Never
She's
returns.
Oh, there's that.
Yep. Here we go again.
This. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voice is still slow, distant as the approach. And we are... The remains. They're unraveled. Proceed to the cabin. And you'll talk to the strange one.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
No?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins.
I see.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
No?
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Sounds like they're kind of like gods. Do you know what's going to happen when they awake?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
When they send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some tell me that one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Yes. He does, and when I find him, you and I are going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Any more
One.
vessels?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Interesting. So this is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you? I have an idea for the final thing.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay.
We know how this goes. Saul suggested this one. Have you considered the making okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Are you so sure? Sweet, I always wanted to off the monarch, give them a revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
See to the cabin. Now I need to think about what was my plan. What fate am I going to go?
The interior of the cabin is almost
Like the
entirely bare.
abandonment fate.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine. The blade is.
So, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you don't let it fool you.
Yes, we know all of this. Just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I was sent here to slay, supposed to end the world. I'm starting to get something about you that doesn't feel
Would everything
right.
feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Right?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't.
She has a point. We're talking like...
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or this is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my...
Yeah?
You really think I can even end it? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked...
Don't let her turn the tables here. This...
We've been through this. However, I'm gonna get you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. You get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky if you don't deal with her soon, so I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way
I
or
get
another,
it.
I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yep, screw this.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
No one ever wins.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, she changed her tone quickly.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Are you going to lock the door and tell me?
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No? No, we're sticking with
It'll
the
be the
plan.
death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh boy, here we
I know
go.
you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less like the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Agreed.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here,
Thank God she
I'm
doesn't
going to
relax.
pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forget it. You don't know the kind of enemy he's made.
Here's Johnny!
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
So all of this was an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a prince. You're a
I
monster.
can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
See the fact
princess's
that
threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
What the hell is she now?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
A sleep paralysis?
It isn't all at once.
My sleep demon?
Paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
You must be as good sleeper as I am.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
The
What a
gills?
shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
In a way.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
It's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember
Fine.
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
Voice of the parallel.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Right. Let's assume that you're telling the
Those are two
truth.
very different. Let's say for a moment that you died last time. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't.
Good
All we
point.
did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess? Or do you want the princess to slay us?
What do you think I want? Voice of the parallel?
Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Right.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
Understandably horrifying.
That's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Irrelevant.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
No, Let's
Just
talk
be
about the
quick about
princess.
it.
Just staying around trying to insect down all my orchids. What the hell am I supposed to do about that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in.
Ironically, that does work. She's... To go to her last time, she's just a princess. How can you justify saying that? She's claimed something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
You're being cagey. Why aren't you
I told
telling
you
me?
everything you need to know. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds he isn't telling us everything
Alright.
he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him.
Agree?
Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. No, you should do anything but that. We know what's waiting for us in that basement. People
her in the basement?
locked her in that basement. Look,
Why can't they do it?
you can't just, I don't know, kind of lie. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
No.
Great. Now, if you don't mind,
Proceed to the cabin.
a warning. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time.
Indeed.
Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Parrot, I'm not trusting you.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're not killing her.
What
No
happened to the
point
door?
taking the blade.
There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull
Yes?
yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
Chat. Look out the windows. Take a quick look out the windows. Do you see it? They're out there.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
This cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right?
Yeah?
She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
The interesting idea, but she will probably
So
just
focus up.
take our
A lot's
arrogance
riding
fail.
on this.
And in the
Oh,
basement.
we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favors.
Doesn't
You
matter.
cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
All the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
For Jan, this is a nightmare. Now, Foxy, this is heaven.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I'm going to talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I don't think it matters.
I'm really not going to comment on how weird this place is. No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
I'm sorry, was that the paranoid?
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Excited, Foxy? Go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
There she
As the
is.
princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Narrator? It seems you don't have as much power as you think.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Love.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Like CPR.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Nerves. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option, right? Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart.
See, what do you want together? Can we at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Heart, lungs.
Why don't you just finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your
Thanks,
neck.
Foxy.
It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves.
One moment,
lungs,
and then you're
liver,
gone.
nerves, heart,
Just
lungs,
like
liver, nerves,
that.
heart,
Ah,
lungs, liver,
and there's the
nerves,
fear.
heart, lungs. She pulls away. Nerves,
But that wouldn't be very fun,
liver,
now would it?
nerves,
I've
heart,
already done
lungs,
that.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Remain with your nightmare.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
I'm
nerves.
going to fulfill Foxy's wish here.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
Lungs,
I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
This is very existential. I don't like
Let
this.
me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Even the narrator can't.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body's dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Monolith defeat. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so
Voice of the
fuzzy.
blanket is back.
It hurts
I'll
when
come
I try
back.
to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
We're here to suffer.
We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's
Voice
really
of
the
the
only way this
opportunist.
works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
But why is there an extra voice?
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
There's more
You're
voices.
supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Yeah!
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
We broke. That's what she wanted. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
How many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Doesn't make sense. I only remember here twice before this. Somebody doesn't seem to remember being here at all. So the other times, someone else make decisions.
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
Didn't it say like chapter 4?
Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
I don't remember what I did. Can it have been me that did it?
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her. Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers.
Neither do I.
Stand in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Because he doesn't remember.
What's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
Well, the only way is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that.
Trial?
It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been.
Listen here.
All you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
No?
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving you space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Yeah?
You walk up the
Actually,
hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
Proceed, I said.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment.
Just a second.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
It's irrelevant.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
You have to take the blade. Have we had killed her before, Souls?
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
No, this is just
You
a
lean over the
nightmare.
hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
That's an interesting thought. So we're basically just trapped into the guild.
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
Let's turn into a killer game real quick.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
Alright.
All that's left is for you to take me away. And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness.
I just need to survive until the long
I
quiet.
can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
There isn't an option. Which is an object, a tool. There were once something else a long time ago. But that's something new, or is this a dull and jaded memory? There's no other trick thing. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The long quiet. It's here. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You don't get a chance to respond. Nobody ever. It's time to leave. Never
It's
returns.
gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step forward to the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, its mysteries remain
Something
unresolved.
tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into reflection. Sounds as you reach forward, straight on once again. The mirror always makes them bleed, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze until you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Narrator. The crack slides down to the center of the mirror, slim the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Are you part of me? Are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then What is?
If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Now he is an echo like everyone else, but he's not an echo of me. He's the echo who created me. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of the supers?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break up like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
So you know about the looping. I do so many of times I met you denied it even as a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
The fact that it goes to a construct is
Except for me,
interesting.
I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
If they make me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm the long quiet. So we are basically the same.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
You're a god? Were you a god?
No. In life I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
Bit of the other. Out of questions. I decided what I'm going to do. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Goodbye, narrator. As the final fragment of the glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator is right. You are the long quiet, a vast and lessened god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. bring the moment of courage. When you arrive to the heart of things, there's no vital vessel for you to bear witness. There's nothing for you to fight. A hand shoots the crow. Well,
I can finally
enjoy.
see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Damn the long quiet. I know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Foxy? Do you see me describe it that way? What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories get left unfinished. Can't you really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is
Jet's
nothing
fighting!
to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Trying to say though, was it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Those and Foxy, two opposite forces, fighting to decide what to do. And here I am, required to make a decision. To slay the princess, and create a world with no death, or to escape with her, and carry death with her. If we were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would lead to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but this isn't any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
It's always been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again. We don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Flesh is a vehicle. And to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me. And with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. But forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency. But agency requires action. And action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments did you remove action itself from reality.
Allow me to make my own decision here. There can be love and atlas between beauty, and atlas between us without bringing the whole reality into the picture. Just trying to see what's going on here.
We are the whole of reality. Your liquor takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true
They really
belief, there
were.
was nothing that could hold us back.
We're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. The very ground beneath your feet loses its meaning. There is nothing but me. When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose to accept me, to allow me to burn away all doubt, and turn you into an instrument of my divine will. You accepted that I was everything, and together we found our purpose. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
This doesn't have to be so big. You can come back to my level. You can come back to me.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful, eternal, but ever-changing.
As a clash between the dates, the Prince withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Easy to believe in things when you believe, and then you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I think I'm starting to see what's going on here. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective. You're just missing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Where's everyone
They're
else?
still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
I suppose.
Do you need me to describe things?
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Chad's still fighting. That here I am. Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
It's funny, after everything is finished. Could you describe the cabin?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Fair enough. Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Good riddance.
Yeah. He really put us through hell, didn't he?
Here we are.
Stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I do?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
No?
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sure. I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
You? Saying as you're out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Yes, please?
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
With the settings, it do anything to help them, the people out there, to continue to exist, not to just continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
We're talking about this right now. How do you know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
And you know things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? Because I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time. Forever. Eventually something's going to be different. But if we change our minds...
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Cynthia, I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Let's go back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a dog?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Okay. Then let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Foxy? I'm taking this choice for you.
Oh, I love you too.
She's crying.
You're on a path in the woods.
Now,
And at the end
Foxy,
of that path is a cabin.
I
And in the
vicinity.
basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm curious what happens if we try to leave now. However, I'm going to say it. Foxy! Do you understand? I reset things like the princess wanted. Maybe not the same as the goddess that you saw, but I kept the princess. And the souls I could have saved, but the way the game works, I feel like that saving is not the right thing to do here. I guess next time we get to try out other choices to see where some roads take. There are voices we didn't hear. Perhaps next time Foxy will get what she wants. Or maybe it's Souls finally gets the stab. Foxy? What's wrong with the plain Jane? Remember that is where she started from. Are you really so against the original fan of her? I mean, so there is a choice for us to kind of surrender. However, all of this will matter on next Friday. Is Cat online yet? No? But we're still ending here. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this journey. It was interesting. And, well, we're going to come back. I wanted to reset. I want to see more. We'll do this as often as we need to. And once we finally decide that we've seen enough, we can have one of the two endings. Which Joe's status? I haven't decided yet. A part of me just doesn't want to end. Of course you will souls, but do not rush on that. I knew that would lure you. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I feel kinda empty. And of course, Foxy, I wanted to make sure that when the guy sings that it'll be actually worth it. Except on tier 2 and 3 subs, those are worthless. Seriously, one emote for such an extra money? That's not worth it. Anyway, I'll see you all on Tuesday.